Hello again. I'm Senator Derek Kilmer, the Senator for the 26th District, which goes from the Narrows Bridge to downtown Bremerton. Welcome to my weekly video update from the state capitol. The legislature is now starting the third week of this year's session, and things are moving quickly. But while lawmakers are busy lining up bills to pass and hearing from constituent groups, there are other issues we still must tend to outside of the legislative process. For me, that includes the future of tolls on the new Narrows Bridge, an issue now before the State Transportation Commission. As you may have read in the newspaper or heard on the news, the State Transportation Commission is proposing an increase on tolls beginning July 1st. I don't agree with the recommendation, and I want to tell you why. At issue is how much extra the bridge must generate in revenue each year in order to ensure there's enough to repay construction bonds and cover the costs of operation. Already, a Citizens Advisory Committee had planned to recommend that cash transactions on the bridge increase from $4 to $5 to put the bridge safely in the black, but they recommended that the good-to-go rate stay at $2.75. Unfortunately, just this past month, the state treasurer stepped in and recommended that an extra 5 to 10% be collected. He believes that's necessary to address potential concerns from bondholders. I disagree. First, the bridge is in absolutely no danger of failing to meet its financial commitments. Unlike other toll facilities being considered by our state, like 520 and the Viaduct, the Narrows Bridge was not financed through toll revenue bonds. It's a triple-back bond-funded facility that has existing, presumably satisfied bond investors. Second, while folks in our neck of the woods appreciate the bridge for the tremendous impact it's had on the movement of people and goods in our region, it's important to acknowledge the difficult economic times we're in. People are hurting. This is not the time for a toll increase. It's in the best interest of the people I represent to keep the tolls as low as possible. The Peninsula Gateway put it this way: not now. Not now when the local economy is struggling and more families than ever are having to rely on services such as food banks and other donations just to get by. I agree. I've spoken with the state treasurer and appeared before the Transportation Commission to register my strongest objections. Despite these objections, the Commission recently announced a proposed increase of the good-to-go toll rate to $3.25. I'd encourage everyone to write the Transportation Commission to let them know how this unneeded toll increase will impact working families in our community. In the meantime, though it's the Transportation Commission rather than the legislature that sets toll rates, as your state senator, I'm working on several options that might help our chances of avoiding a toll increase. For example, I'm pushing to get a $5.28 million payment from the bridge account deferred. I'll also continue to bird dog the bridge budget for additional operational savings. Stay tuned, and please know I'm fighting the fight for folks in our neck of the woods. As I said earlier, things are moving quickly in the legislature. In the coming days, you're going to be hearing about some of the early actions we're taking to get a head start on plugging our state's $2.6 billion budget hole. But on a lighter note, I want to close by telling you about one of the legislature's greatest traditions. One day each year, we have Children's Day, when legislators and staff are encouraged to bring their kids to work. It's a way to keep in mind why we do this work, for our kids. The atmosphere of the place really changes with all those little smiles scurrying about. We had Children's Day 2010 this past week, and I was fortunate to have my wife Jennifer bring down our two daughters, our 3-year-old Sophie and our 6-month-old Tess, who joined me on the floor as I introduced a resolution to honor kids here in Washington. We didn't solve the budget problem or achieve world peace that day, but we were reminded why we are here in the first place: to do what small things we can to make this world a little better for all the little people we'll one day have to hand it off to. It was a wonderful event, and it was great to see all those kids on the Senate floor. On my desk on the Senate floor, I keep a sheet of paper that says kids are 1/3 of our population and 100% of our future. I try to always remember that and ensure that the decisions that we make are in the interests of our kids and our future. We'll keep at it. I greatly appreciate you listening, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.